Hello guys, my name isn't Viz, but you're watching this guy. So what are we gonna see here today? Well, as we have been seeing from last few days or say months that TGC is going to launch a series based on its game Sky. And with that, TGC has also made some big announcements about the future as it recently celebrated its 5th anniversary. They said that we will get to see 5 more unique collaboration seasons in the coming months and years. To be honest, I'm starting to get excited after seeing the trailers for these collab seasons. I know, like me, YouTube would be very curious to know when the series will come out and when we will get to see these collaboration seasons. So let's all try to understand the story of this series by overseeing the trailer in this video. And at the end, we will also know when we will get to see this series and its associated season. By the way, if you have not seen these trailers in the game yet, then please go and watch them once. You will get to see this trailer by going inside Eden Gate during the Skyfest event in Aviary Village. Apart from that, to make this video I had to convert these trailers into HD as these trailers have not been aired anywhere by the officials yet. And also to make the video smooth I had to interpolate the video and increase it from 30 FPS to 60 FPS. Just a small effort to provide you guys with good quality content. And now, it's time to let us first understand how many parts the series will have and what their names are.
We will have more IP collaborations. I'm sure at this point you have experienced season collaboration like Little Prince, Aurora, and the 9-Colored Deer. You probably have also seen a smaller event collaboration like the Sanrio characters. However, we are currently talking to 5 other collaborations. Some of these collaborations are already deeply in production and that will soon come to see the world. Some of them are in the long-term planning. And I would like to talk about one collaboration that is not even part of these 5 collaborations. Sky the Two Embers is an artistic animated series explores the subjects of loss and resilience of the human spirit, with no dialogue. It is the story about 2 orphans living at the edge of darkness, struggling to survive, learning that the only way to heal themselves is by helping the others.
So as far as we know, the story will be about 2 orphans, but we don't know who those 2 orphans will be. Are the child shown in the trailer and his friend Manatee also orphans? Because as we know, this child whom everyone thinks is Hopeful Stewart is an orphan. Let's accept this. But who is the other orphan?
I'm going to show you a trailer we used at the PC launch to remind you the story of one of the characters.
One of the character, huh? Well, let's see. Who is he? Is he the main character of this series, the steward, or the other main character, the other orphan kid? Well, one thing has to be admitted that how beautiful Dawn Island used to be once upon a time. Now look at this frame carefully. Which of these 2 characters shown in this trailer will be the main character? Why am I asking this? Because you will see both these characters in the other trailer as well. This was the first animation teaser of Sky by TGC. Did you see it? This is the same child we saw in the PC launch trailer. Even after seeing the first animation teaser, it seems this child has been given special importance and is being taken somewhere special. Well, for those who don't know, this is our hidden forest. And that too without the poisonous rain. Anyway, let's move on to the second trailer, which was a Nintendo launch trailer. So is this the same kid we saw in the last two trailers? But his mask and clothes are different, so how can this be? Well, we'll also get the answer at the end of the video. Seeing this, it seems that Manta likes this child very much, and this child also likes him. Seeing this, it seems as if they capture the light forms in something for their use, and they also know how to use them. Well, I have shown you all the trailers in which this kid has been seen till now. Now we are going back to the same trailer where Geneva was talking about this Sky the 2 Embers trailer during Skyfest. As they said, this is the story of 2 orphan children. So looking at all these children sitting on this boat, does it seem that the rest of them will also be orphans or not? Because the parents of the other kids aren't visible, nor do I think they're going on a picnic anywhere. Instead, all these kids are going to an orphanage or somewhere else. And who is this? A child caregiver, nurse, or a kind of magician? Seems a bit strict too. What is this caregiver reading over and over again? Look like. It seems that this Elder's temple on the Isle of Dawn was a kind of orphanage, or some kind of school. This scene gives me the chills. And this is we, the children of light, who have to go to Eden and sacrifice our lives for some of those red candles.
And that is a very important part of the early life for the character. We call this character the Dawn Ember.
So the Dawn Ember, huh? And who was that? By the way, isn't the Dawn's Ember pointing to this child? Is this the childhood version of our steward? Or is he someone else?
And we have a second character which is called the Dusk Ember. And the two of them form the 2 embers.
A Dusk Ember, huh? How mysterious is that?
And today I would like to share the trailer for the Dusk Ember. And here it is.
Forget this for a while and pay attention to what has happened to this woman's hand. We have seen this kind of illness in other trailers as well. In this trailer, we also see the same child whom Geneva is addressing as Dawn Ember. Now look carefully, is this the same wound or disease that we saw in the previous trailer? Isn't this the same kind of disease? Now remember this disease. We will see it in the upcoming trailer as well. Seeing this scene, It seems as if all these children are going to some special place. And the route is not easy because there are crabs nearby for patrolling. And whose hand is this? And who is that child and what is he holding in his hand? Well, let's now go back to the same trailer which Geneva is calling the trailer of Dusk Ember. I can't imagine that the golden wasteland that every sky kid fears today was so beautiful in its time. But when we see it today, it appears as a strange place full of barrenness and dangers. Seeing this scene of the trailer, it seems that our steward, I mean the one whom everyone considers as steward, is moving towards some danger which passes through battlefield of Wasteland. Remember this floating palace carefully because we will talk about it at the end. Can you recognize her? Yes, she is our vault's elder.
And who the heck is he?
By the way, we have already experienced this scene of people fighting with krill.
When?
Well, let's continue with the trailer. This was the time when Eden was not shattered. By the way, in this scene of the trailer, the other side of the manatee is not looking right, isn't it? Our steward also reached Vault via Wasteland, which means he is heading towards Eden. We can once again see them performing magic tricks with forms of light. And is this the same book that Caregiver handed over to our main character Dawn Ember? And if you look at the children's clothing at this place, it is a little different. This looks not kind of familiar like the Dawn Ember we saw in Nintendo's trailer, but yet, it's different. In this scene, you can now see the steward in the form of the first winged light. By the way, this scene is from the time when all this was started. But now, times have changed. So based on all the trailers we have seen till now, I am going to present my opinion, theory, and conclusion in front of you all. But before that, there is one more important video footage that we must look at.
With the Dawn Ember and the story of the Dusk Ember, we form the story of the two Embers. And yes, we would like to do a seasonal collaboration with the two stories. It will be coming as 2 seasons in 2025. And hope you would enjoy learning the stories beyond the animated series and get to know more of each of the characters and to be a companion experience with the animated series. And I would like to share one footage with you that is from the very end of the first episode from the Dusk Ember.
So after all, one of the paddles of this small manatee is also suffering from the same pain that we have been seeing till now. Look carefully at these pages of stone. These are the same looking pages that we have seen so far. Well, to be honest, I searched a lot about this place. It is neither the temple of the old man of Isle, nor the fat man of daylight, nor the forest Moma's place. If anyone knows about this place, please share in the comments. Now look at this place carefully. This is Eden of that time when Eden was not shattered. Of course it was situated on a big mountain where something was hidden, which is a diamond. It is very huge in size, around which this whole story revolves. And those who don't know who this man with the diamond is, let me tell you that this is that person, this is that king, who could never become anyone's beloved elder, and because of whom this cycle of life and death is continuing in the sky till today. So it's time to open up the lore of the sky. Now look, first of all, I do not make such trailer breakdown videos on my channel, because I think that all this requires a lot of thinking and a lot of guesswork which may prove to be wrong later on. But still, being a chaotic kid from Sky, I've made it, and since I have made this video, I will have to present my theory to you all. So, let's go. So this is the story of two orphan children, out of which now you are seeing one child, i.e. Dusk Ember, who is facing his problems. On the other hand, there is another child who is going through the same situation, whom they are calling Dawn Ember. While Dusk Ember's story revolves around the illness of his pet friend Manatee. On the other hand, Dawn Ember's story seems to be about going to new places through magic tricks. Where on one side Dusk Ember wants to know the answers to some questions, so he can treat his sick Manatee friend. While Dawn Ember has mostly found us traveling through a world full of special education and magic. Where Dusk Ember doesn't know much about light forms. On the other hand, Dawn Ember has gained special knowledge and is also learning to control these small light forms. So till now we have come to know that the stories of both run in different time frames, but eventually their stories will definitely become one. But what about that king? And why did that Eden shattered today? And when and how did that disease spread? And how do all these incidents and characters connect with our two main characters? Well, I know I could be proven wrong on this theory, but let's see, who knows? This might be true as well. So this child whom everyone thinks is a steward will become the first child of the light in the sky universe. The truth is that it is not through any magical power, but through good deeds, that one becomes a children of the light. And what about this kid, whom they're calling Dawn Ember? Well, if we look at the beginning, this child's life also started with pain and suffering. But this child will be the only child of his century who was not born with these problems, but was a problem himself. This child had mysterious powers since birth, due to which Manta was attracted towards him and gathered around him. This child also learns magic from a special school for magicians. And this is the same child who will go on to establish elders in different areas and rule the Eden. Yes, he will become the king. So what is this war and this disease all about? Although this story is about the people, but the most important character in this story is our seventh elder, the king himself, who could never become yours. This is a special child who was born with a disease that could have affected other people too. You might be offended to hear what nonsense I'm saying about this little kid, but it could also be true. As you can see, this child has a small diamond which is attached to his robe, which he didn't have from the beginning. But later it was given this small diamond which may have some connection with the big diamond of Eden. And who knows, maybe this diamond also has some connection with this wound spreading among the people. If you look carefully at this wound, it appears to be made of some crystal or diamond. So how will this child become such a great king and rule Eden? So, as far as I believe, as soon as the family of this kid got to know about his immense powers, they must have gone somewhere for treatment. But by the time he could be treated, it was too late. His mother also got infected. And now he's all alone, like an orphan, who's now off to learn from special schools and other magicians to better understand his immense powers. After this, when he gains control over all these powers, he will establish 7 kingdoms and ultimately rule over the kingdom of Eden as the first king. By the way, let me tell you all that this Dawn Ember part of Sky the Two Embers will be a prequel to the Sky series, and the part about Dusk Ember will be the original story of this Sky series. And the sequel in this Sky series is today's Sky, which we play in today's days. Didn't you understand this? Don't worry, take a look at this. So what's going to happen? Well, as far as I think, on some morning in the year 2025, the first series of Sky the 2 Embers will come with the name Dusk Ember, where the circumstances that our main character is facing due to this disease will be shown. In this story, our main character will lose his mother who is infected with this disease. Not only his mother, but he will also lose his pet. When this happens, our steward will set out to find the root of this disease, where it came from and what is its cure. On the other hand, the common people who are struggling with this infection have probably come to know the reality of the king, and that is why they are opposing him. But a king will remain a king. He will not let anyone open his pages so easily. That is why he has also appointed a rival against these people. By the way, can anyone tell me in the comments who ordered these soldiers to fight against King's Dark Dragon? Well, when others start to dominate, then the king will do something, due to which Eden will be destroyed. The entire mountain will break down and the king's castle will also be shattered. Do you remember? I told you to remember this palace. And let me show you the view of this palace today. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw all the elders fighting against the king. And our steward, in seeking answers to his questions, will reach the Eden that we all know today. Let me tell you beforehand that this series is not for the weak-hearted. Geneva is a genius and he will going to put a lot of emotions into it. So I suggest you enjoy this series with a napkin and of course, with your lovely family. So that's it in this whole trailer breakdown mess. I have no hope that this theory of mine will turn out to be correct, but only time will tell what the truth is. Anyway, TGC will put forward many things about this series in front of us later. Well, when all these things come into discussion, then we will see then. For now, can I expect a like from you guys on this video? Because it took me 3 days to make this video. I have probably never sat down for such a long time to edit a video. Every hardworking person deserves this much, right? So just give a like to this video and share it with your Sky friends. And that's all. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, keep honking.